We see them in all sorts of television shows, on the news, and in courtrooms. They make the jobs of the lawyers that they're employed with easier because they do all the hard work that lawyers ask of them at a fraction of what the lawyers get paid. They're known as paralegals and have one of the most interesting careers. They share a great responsibility for the content of the cases they're part of, and they represent the firm. If this is the career path for you, then you should look for some very specific things before jumping into this challenging career. The first thing to know is the job. Understand exactly what you will be expected to do for the firm. Paralegals are required to research the case and uncover any mediating circumstances that could impact the case or the testimony of any witnesses. They must also collect as much information about the people involved in the case as possible, so that lawyers can prepare their arguments for the court with all the knowledge that they can use, either for the defense or the prosecution. Paralegals are also required to analyze what materials and evidence may be relevant to the case and how it will impact a jury or a judge, depending upon what kind of trial they're working. They are expected to prepare written reports to and for the lawyers regarding evidence and the results of their findings about the evidence. They will need to interview witnesses and conduct investigations into certain aspects of the case, but the final determination of what is presented to the judge and jury is always in the lawyer's hands. The second thing to know is where to work. Paralegals can work almost anywhere there is a need for law. Obviously, they can work for a law firm if they're lucky enough to get hired to one because the competition is so fierce. They can also work for government agencies like the district attorney's office, any politician's office, or any other offices which have need for their particular skills and tenacity. They can also be hired on at corporate offices where the need for legal legwork, in regards to contracts and other legally binding paperwork, can easily become misconstrued. Banks and real estate firms also have the need for paralegals simply because of the amount of legally binding paperwork that needs to be filed and processed with each of these institutions. There is a great variety of possibilities for a paralegal to work, so if one does not wish to work in a law office, then specializing in the field of their choice is a wonderful way to get one's foot into the business world. The third thing to understand is that, as a paralegal, you cannot give legal advice to anyone. Your hiring attorney is responsible for your assignments and what you say to clients. They know that you cannot give legal advice, and if they allow that to happen, you should find another firm to work for. Please visit us at www.paralegalsalary.com for more information on paralegal salaries and the training needed to get started in this exciting career field.